Okay, welcome grade 12s. My name is Ron, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been maybe 6 years since I've posted, and today we are going to be covering the topic of literary greatness by me, Ron Bettino. First off, what even is it? Well, great literature is timeless and captures people's hearts across generations. It represents artistic excellence by using words to convey deep meaning, evoke emotions, and make us think. These remarkable works are original, pushing the boundaries of imagination and storytelling. They explore the complexities of human life with rich characters and themes that resonate universally. Through skilled writing, vivid descriptions, and thought provoking ideas, they challenge societal norms and make a lasting impact on culture and history. Literary greatness shows us the incredible power of words connecting readers throughout time, cultures, and generations, leaving behind a legacy of inspiration, reflection, and admiration. Nice. Oh, all right. How am I rating these books? So, from all of my 10 qualities, which I have right here, um, I'll be rating these books from a scale of 1 to 10. And at the end of these qualities, we will add up all the scores together, and whichever has the highest is the best book, in my opinion, of course. What? Oh, okay, there we go. So I'll be going over character development, multiple meanings, originality, the themes, influences, provoking emotion, language, timeless symbolism, and of course, imagery. First up, character development. Seeing the characters develop from a simple hero all the way to a tragic ending for the hero. The character development is an important concept for a great piece of literature since it drives the plot of the story. An amazing example of this quality in great literature is Othello. In the play Othello, Othello started off as the hero who had everything he wanted. He was the general who had the prettiest girl in the play. But as time went on, we noticed that he slowly dug himself a hole that he couldn't get out of, ending his own life. And so I'm rating obviously Othello a 10 for character development. Animal Farm is an 8, 1984 is a 9, Communist Manifesto and Mein Kampf are 4, Medicine Walk 7, Romeo and Juliet 8, The Crucible 8, and Oliver Twist 8. Next up, we have multiple meanings. Oopsie. Great pieces of literature can have multiple meanings within the work of literature. The poem we read for the Paragon test, If, by Rudyard Kipling, has multiple meanings if you read through the lines. The poem itself, without any type of context, is telling the reader how you should live life wisely. Another book that can be interpreted differently that we have read is Oliver Twist. As we read Oliver Twist, we understand that it is about a boy named Oliver who grew up in the slums of Victorian time England. But what else we found from the book was the truth behind what really happens at night, due to the author, Charles Dickens, being an insomniac and has explored the streets of London at night. And I'll be rating Oliver Twist an 8, 1984 a 9, Animal Farm a 9, The Crucible an 8, Medicine Walk a 4, Mein Kampf at 7, Communist Manifesto at 7, Othello at 5, and Romeo and Juliet at 4. Next up, oh, dang, originality. So, originality are works that break new ground, introduce fresh perspectives, or push the boundaries of literary conventions are often considered great. Creativity and the ability to offer something unique and groundbreaking can contribute to a work's greatness. In this case, we read a little bit of the books Mein Kampf and Communist Manifesto, which gave us a new and original idea from the piece of literature. Marx introduced communism and Hitler introduced fascism. And I'll be rating Communist Manifesto a 10, Mein Kampf a 9, Animal Farm an 8, Romeo and Juliet an 8, Othello 7, The Crucible 8, Medicine Walk 6, Oliver Twist 6, 1984 a 7. Next up, I would like to talk about themes. Theme is extremely important for a piece of literature. as it is the message the writer is trying to tell to the reader. The theme allows the reader to feel what the writer is trying to say. An amazing example of a theme in literature with one of the books we have read is Medicine Walk. In this book, Medicine Walk, Richard explores themes of loss, connection to nature, and the value of stories, all while demonstrating his passion for life and desire for adventure. The main concept and underlying meaning Richard investigates in Medicine Walk serves as the literary theme of the book. And I'll be given Medicine Walk an 8 on this one, Romeo and Juliet an 8, Othello an 8, Communist Manifesto a 3, Mein Kampf 4, Oliver Twist a 7, 1984 a 7, Animal Farm 7, The Crucible 7. Next up, I will be talking about influence. Many great literary works have a lasting impact on subsequent literature, inspiring other writers, influencing genres, or becoming widely recognized as classics. Romeo and Juliet is widely considered as a classic piece of literature because of the influence it had to the variety of people who watched or read the play. It has been recreated in many different ways, from a movie about gnomes all the way to a modern Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio starring in it. Obviously, I'll be rating Romeo and Juliet a 10, Othello an 8, Communist Manifesto 9, Mein Kampf 8, Medicine Walk 4, Oliver Twist a 7, 1984 7, Animal Farm 7, The Crucible a 6. And next up, I will be talking about provoking emotions. Great pieces of literature provoke emotion in some way or another, from having an amazing happy ending for the protagonist or the antagonist taking the win in the story. Emotion is one of the key components in making a great piece of literature. The Crucible's ending, where John Proctor was hanged because he refused to give away his name, was one of the most emotion provoking stories that we have read in this class. Seeing John Proctor ask for his own name and them not giving it to him gave me the sad, shocked feeling from the story. I will be rating The Crucible a 9, Romeo and Juliet a 10, Othello an 8, Communist Manifesto a 2, Mein Kampf a 2, Medicine Walk a 6, Oliver Twist 8, and 1984 an 8. And next up, language. So, the use of language greatly matters on the pieces of literature. A great piece of literature should show the use of complex language and shows the art of literary language. It should also apply to the majority of the audience. Shakespeare was an amazing writer who showed his knowledge of the language and even invented new words so that the viewer can better understand what is happening in the plot. Romeo and Juliet was one of Shakespeare's works, and it greatly showed his knowledge of the language. I'll be giving Romeo and Juliet a 10, Othello an 8, Communist Manifesto a 5, Mein Kampf a 5, Medicine Walk a 5, Oliver Twist an 8, 1984 a 6, Animal Farm a 7, and The Crucible a 6. And next up, I will also be talking about Romeo and Juliet again with Timeless. Great pieces of literature always exist in one way or another. It can be from remaking the plays that Shakespeare made or making a similar book that Arthur Miller made. Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare has been made several times, and still to this day, many schools would read this play so that we can analyze what Shakespeare's take is on the English language. And again, I'll be rating Romeo and Juliet a 10, Othello an 8, Communist Manifesto a 6, Mein Kampf a 2, Medicine Walk a 4, Oliver Twist 7, and 1904 a 7, Animal Farm a 7, and The Crucible a 6. Symbolism. Symbolism, the Crucible, stands out for its intentional use of symbols to convey deeper meaning, explore complex themes, and comment on social and political issues. The symbols in the play contribute to its enduring relevance and ability to resonate with audiences beyond its original context. My fault. The Crucible um, is, the heat or the title itself holds symbolic significance. A crucible is a vessel used for intense heat and chemical reactions, which represents the intense trials and tests the characters face, both literal and metaphorical. The forest in the crucible represents the untamed and primal forces that lie outside the boundaries of society. It serves as a symbol of the unknown, the dangerous, and the temptation to break social norms. The doll, also known as the puppet, is a symbol of innocence and vulnerability. It becomes a tool of accusation in the play, highlighting the manipulation and deceit that occurs during the witch trials. The yellow bird. The yellow bird that some characters claim to see symbolizes the fabricated and baseless accusation made during the trials. It represents the power of imagination and the hysteria that can lead to false accusations and unjust consequences. I'll be rating The Crucible a 10, Animal Farm a 10, 1984 a 7, Oliver Twist a 5, Medicine Walk a 4, Mein Kampf a 6, Communist Manifesto a 4, Othello an 8, and Romeo and Juliet a 10. And last but not least, imagery. So, imagery enriches literature by appealing to the senses, evoking emotions, creating atmosphere, and fostering a deeper understanding and connection between the reader and the text. It enhances the overall quality of the writing and contributes to the power and impact of the work. Oh, I just lost a sneeze. Okay, anyways, an amazing piece of literature that we have to be. Ah, my fault. An amazing piece of literature that we have been given to read this year was the book Animal Farm by George Orwell. George Orwell used animals in Animal Farm to explain to the reader how power can influence in corruption. Without the animals in Animal Farm, it would have been difficult to understand the situation if we were to substitute the animals into humans. So I'll be rating Animal Farm a 10, The Crucible a 5, 1984 a 7, Oliver Twist a 7, Medicine Walk a 4, Mein Kampf a 4, Communist Manifesto a 4, Othello an 8, and Romeo and Juliet a 7. Alrighty. So, what do I think is the best book or best piece of literature that we have seen? And in my opinion, I think it's Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Since it's like still a famous play that people still love today, it has this beautiful language that paints vivid pictures and makes you feel like lots of emotions. And the story is about two young lovers who face challenges because of their family's feud. And the characters, Romeo and Juliet, change a lot through the play, and their love is intense but tragic. It has had a big impact on literature and theater, and you can find references to it in popular culture. The play makes you feel happy and sad as it explores the love and consequences of impulsive decisions. It has different meanings like forbidden love and the power of family expectations. Symbolism like light and dark makes the play even deeper. Overall, Romeo and Juliet is a timeless masterpiece that captures your heart with originality, imagery, language, characters, emotions, influence, meanings, themes, and symbols. Alrighty, and now